Today we're going to be recapping and reacting to everything that kind of took over the MMA world over on the X page, things that hit the Explore page, things that kind of made for some conversation within the MMA community. We're going to be reacting to all of that for you today. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Little bit of a quick intro. I'm trying to make those quick, guys. So let's start off with Red Corner MMA and what they had to say. Dominick Reyes feels disrespected by new fighters while Islam and Gaethje treat him like a friend. I don't know if you guys have seen this clip. I've personally seen this clip, and if you're new to the channel, we have these topics picked out for us with myself sprinkling a couple of things in here, but I did end up seeing this clip already before reacting to this video, but let's react to it together.
Get the respect from the new guys. They're just like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? Real quick. When I talk to, like, Islam, hey, brother, how are you? How are things? You know, really asking about me and how I'm doing in my life.
Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It's not like anybody's obligation to go, hey, Dominick Reyes, how's life? How's everything going, Dominick Reyes? It's so good to see you, Dominick Reyes, but there should be a base level of respect. So it's a little difficult. Like, are these people just snubbing Dominick Reyes, or are they just being, like, normal people going, hey, you know?
No, like a friend, like a normal person.
Yeah.
Right? Or Gaethje. I go see Gaethje. What's up, bro? How's everything going? Fucking, you know.
But, like, do you expect everybody that walks by you to, like, treat you like a friend? You should be respectful to people, but that's where I'm a little bit dicey on this one. Like, are new fighters being disrespectful to him, or are they just being normal?
Vets, when I see newer guys, they're just like, oh, hey, or just like ignore me completely or act like they're too cool to even talk to me.
That I can definitely see happening 100%, and that's not okay. And those people, you know, need a reality check.
Right? It's really weird. But the vets, it's all like respect, mutual respect. Nobody's too cool for each other kind of thing.
Because you know what you've been through.
Because we all know
I hate that, man. I hate when people are just like too cool for everybody. Like it's insanely disrespectful. And the worst part is we don't live in a world where we can, like, you know, establish any sort of dominance on these people.
Been through, and we know what it takes to be where we are and to still keep going
for as long as you have been.
Exactly.
So like I said, it varies from person to person. Like you shouldn't expect anybody to be like, Dominick Reyes, oh my god, how are you? Big fan, Dominick Reyes over here. That's me, Dominick Reyes' biggest fan. But if people are acting like way too cool for him, then I understand his frustration with that. But of course, perhaps like we need a little bit more information and context on that podcast clip. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of replies. Not gonna lie, I've always felt bad for Reyes. Seemed like a chill guy. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. He's had a rough go, especially with opponents. To be the first guy who truly beat Jones, the judges rob you, and then your career plummets, kind of brutal. I remember I bet on Jones, but I was very upset he earned that win, dude. It was crazy. I remember watching that fight too, and I was like, Dominick Reyes won that fight, but they are going to rob it for John Jones. I remember saying that even like the first second. Dominick Reyes, what should have been. He should have gone down as the UFC light heavyweight champion, the person to dethrone John Jones. Real ones ignore Dominick Reyes because he's a scrub. The guy's top references are just veterans who have been around long enough to do press and be backstage with him if he fights, that's all. Like, he's not a scrub. That's gotta be rage bait, okay? That one's gotta be rage bait. What did Reyes do to be respected by every single fighter on the roster? He should just be respected, like, at a base level of respect, but we shouldn't, like, be like, oh, Dominick Reyes, you know? So, I don't know exactly what he wants. Nobody gives a crap, you sensitive CTE riddle. Wow! Okay. The MMA community is one of the funniest, but also brutal fan bases in the entirety of the world. Let's continue on. I can't wait to see what we have over here. Nina Marie Danielle posting, rate my Alien Perez dance 1 to 10. Oh boy. I have not seen this. Let's see what it's all about.
Okay. Alien is going to teach me how to twerk the right way.
The right way. Okay.
Okay, down slow. You got it.
I don't know. I'm a little uncomfortable, man. It's just cringe. Because we know, like, yeah, and of course, an impossible task for Nina. And look, that got 420.6k views. Yeah, I'm a little finished with that, man. I'm a little finished. I'm kind of tired of the Nina drama topics that we end up getting Sorry. I just looked at the next reply. There's always that one guy, eh? There's always that one guy. Let's continue on. Where's Habib? This is what I want to know. Where is Habib? Habib, what do you think about this? What do you think about Nina Drama posting all of this stuff? Let's continue on, though, over to ACD MMA. The UFC are now using Islam Makhachev's arm for the new champions. Real ones remember Usman's arm. Did the UFC always use Usman's arm? What? Are they always? Oh my God, they're using Islam Makhachev's arm. That's the same arm. I didn't know that they did this. What's the point? I guess like, yeah, you know what? I can kind of see why. A little lazy over from the UFC, but you all have those same like angled PNG images. I never noticed this before. I didn't know that they did this. That's so funny. Oh my God. Look at Islam. Everybody get the Islam arm, okay? That Usman arm to Leon was legendary. He knocks his ass out, that steals his arm. Dude, I didn't know about any of this. What? I'm still using the Usman arm though. Okay. So this is Ilia Topuria with Kamaru Usman's arm. I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy. Real ones remember the Whaley arm, so they're using Whaley's arm on Alexa Grasso. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to unsee this. That is hilarious. Did anybody else not know about that? I'm like, my mind's blown over here, but I'm just not surprised over here. Wow, dude, that's actually insane. The only champion who knows how to handle a belt. Is this a new topic? Anyways, some champions mishandle or lose their belts while Islam Makhachev knows how to handle his. Both keeping it and defending it properly. He's definitely been dominant in the lightweight division, and his disciplined Samo-based style keeps him on top. Do you think he'll move up to welterweight soon, or should we keep defending at lightweight? All right, let's see.
Good, how you feeling?
So they're having a good meeting over there. Islam Makhachev, Bilal Muhammad. We love to see it. So is it just both of them holding their belts? Oh, Islam's just showing him how to hold the belt.
I teach you, brother. I teach you.
That's funny. Dude, Bilal Muhammad's like so low-key chill. I don't know why like people hate on him so much. I get like not loving the fighting style. I get that. But like he seems like a good guy.
Okay, and then belt down, belt up.
There we go. Now Islam's doing the Bilal. We love to see it. But I think that was a nice wholesome interaction, man. Let's continue on over to the Art of War, though. Why did Everless choose... I've seen this. Have you guys seen this? Why did Everless choose Ben Askren for a Muay Thai demonstration?
Muay Thai bag is great for practicing all your combinations of punches, kicks, and knees. One great drill for the
I don't know when this happened. Like, is this like an old ad? I have no idea.
Muay Thai heavy bag is a kick drill. What you do is 10 low leg kicks on your right leg, then 10 low leg kicks on your left leg. Then you do 10
See, out of all the people, they end up choosing Ben Askren. That's the weirdest part about it.
mid-level kicks on both sides.
There we go.
10 high-level kicks on both
Boom!
sides.
We love Ben Askren
And then you
kicks.
start back on the
Boom!
ball.
We love to see it. And
Muay
you know
Thai-
what's actually crazy is like those kicks didn't look half bad. Of course, like it's nothing special, but it's Ben Askren. Why? When you lie on your resume, yeah. Ben Askren, the striking isn't exactly something to advertise. Okay. They had someone else originally, but he dropped out an hour before filming. He's the only person they could find on short notice. Yeah, that's what makes sense, to be honest with you. Like, I don't understand why Ben Askren, of all people, they chose for that. But regardless, let's continue on to ACD MMA again. How the times change in MMA. MMA fans then, yeah, they used to hate on all of these guys. Dude, I was the OG Daniel Cormier supporter. Everybody clowned on me for liking him over John Jones, and I will never forget that. Now all of a sudden it's cool to like DC, you know? Regardless. Boring ass foot stomper, yawn, boo, so unlikable, WMMA and too small. Yeah, the only one that I will say, like, I personally, like, was not interested in the flyweight division. I didn't think that Mighty Mouse had a ton of competition over there, but now I never hated on them. I just wasn't like super interested. But yeah, to be honest with you, I miss the activity more than anything. It's not necessarily that I miss these champions. I really respect their activity. Usman and Adesanya fighting all of the time. I miss it, but yeah, that's just how the MMA community goes, man. I don't miss Nunes at all. Constantly putting her in the main event with a crap undercard thinking we care. That doesn't happen anymore with any women's champ these days. Yeah. I don't understand. Like, I was never excited to see Amanda Nunes. Like the Pena fight, even, like, that was exciting just because her losing, but I wasn't hyped for that fight at all. I don't miss Nunes personally, okay? Usman was always goated. He just had that one boring fight with Masvidal 1. Even the way he won the belt was goated. Izzy was on and off, fair. DC was always great. Did people hate on him that much, especially during his post-John Jones 2 camp run? Yeah, to be honest, nobody cared about Nunes' run. I always loved DJ. I always did like Mighty Mouse Johnson. I just, like, wish that I cared a little bit more about the fights back then. But yeah, Izzy was very on and off. Usman has had a few boring performances. It wasn't just that one Masvidal fight. So I think the Kamaru Usman championship, like, title fight hate was a little bit justified, but man, do we miss the activity. But DC, you're right. Tack is all absolutely right about DC. DC was always great. Let's continue on to Soviet God. Proud to always been on the right side of the fandom. You're all doing the same thing to the present champs too. Yep, so true. But this time it's different. We have good champions right now. We have good champions. Like, Pantoja's incredibly exciting. Marab's exciting. Ilya, well, there's no champion at featherweight right now, but regardless, Islam Makhachev's a fantastic champion. I love Dricus Duplessis. The 205 belt, I like watching Magomedov Goliath fight, but of course that could be better. And the, crap show that's at heavyweight, that's something that's worth complaining about. But the champions are good right now, man. Y'all are literally doing the same crap to current fighters and champ, though. And you're going to miss them too, like y'all miss the older ones. So appreciate greatness while you can. Dude, you know what we're going to hear down the road? It's like, Marab, perhaps we treated you too harshly. Oh my god, Alexander Pantoja. Remember how great he was clearing out the flyweight division? We're going to hear the exact same talking points, man. It's crazy how people just change on the fly like that. Kamaru was definitely overhated. Izzy had a problem hyping up his fights and then leg kicking you decision. That's true. I thought people liked to see Nunes got too many main events. DJ had a decision problem just like GSP, but his skill was undeniable. Yeah, no, and as a reply, people like to glaze out Asani, especially nowadays. Like, all of a sudden, people are coming around and liking Adesanya now that he lost a few fights, and like we're making some fun TikTok edits of him. But yeah, he did that so often where he's like, I'm gonna leave you frozen like Elsa, and like hyping up his fights, kind of like Sean Strickland does, hyping up the fights just for it to be a lackluster leg kick performance. Let's continue on over to Happy Punch. I saw this. Oh my god, guys, I saw this. Have you seen this? Theo Von told Candace Owens her daughter looks like UFC fighter Anthony Smith. Whew.
And I'll say this. This is a little girl on the right.
Uh-huh.
She looks like, and this guy is also a very handsome guy. She looks like Anthony Smith, who is...
Why would you say that to her? Why would you say that about a mother's child?
One of the greatest UFC fighters. Bring up a
Dude,
photo.
I love Theo Von, man. I love Theo Von. Oh, why does he look a little bit like Anthony Smith, man?
Of Anthony Smith as well on a separate, and I shouldn't say that because she's going to get upset.
You just be very careful here before she Anthony Smiths you.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Hey, you speak very careful before my kid gets down and accepts position while you pound on him. That's the Anthony Smith way.
Fine. Yeah. Oh, you have a beautiful family. And I'll say
that is, oh my god, why would you say that to a mother's child, man? Oh, that's crazy. I'm beginning to think Theo Von has on MMA on his mind all day. Yeah, the dude's a true fan. I love Theo Von, but I actually don't like that he said that to her. You don't say that to a mother's kid, okay? On paper, that's a beautiful child. I think the baby is kind of cute, to be honest with you. Like, it looking like it's just an odd comparison to Anthony Smith, man. Oh, the one and only GOAT, Anthony Smith. Yes, sir. Who's laid out there? Is that Pereira? Yes, sir. Anthony Smith. The child looks like the GOAT. Theo literally just says whatever he's thinking. Yep, and that's why a lot of people do love Theo Von. I love Theo Von myself, man. But oh, I still can't believe he said that. There are so many more clips to take a look at throughout the MMA community, guys, and I would love to have you over in this video right here where we continue the same type of vibe that we had going along with this video. Thank you very much for being here with me today. Take care, everybody.